ride that wave. So now you finish what you were saying earlier.
So, back speaking to your point, just in reference to that, it may hurt for a week. It may hurt for 2 weeks, and that's when we talk about it, right? That's when we making, all of the posts. That's when we sharing everything. That's when we, we going out and boycotting, yada yada, blase. But after that, then it's back to.
I have a theory.
Back to your regularly.
I have a theory about that
programming.
And I feel like social media sped this up.
Oh, most definitely.
Because this is the thing. And I want to look at the evolution of this because I feel like this is where comfort was created. Mm-hmm. People got comfortable when they started getting amen corners.
Ooh.
Okay,
expound on that.
So if I say tomorrow we're going to march, let's say back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to go march and protest. Mm-hmm. It was no way for me to say that I was there to a large number of people.
Right.
So I would just go for me wanting to be at that march or protest.
Yeah.
But even marching and protesting lost its effectiveness back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So we know, so it lost its effectiveness. So right alongside of marching and protesting, you have the creation of social media.
Yeah.
So now people became what's called social media thugs or whatever, a social media activist.
Activist. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being that, but if you're, because I know some social media activists who has made stuff happen from being that.
Yeah.
But I feel like if marching and protesting lost its effectiveness, over time,
that social media activism is going
to diminish too because, and so now we run into this conundrum you're talking about in the sense where you have people, it's like their attention span about activism and things that matter is only 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
The majority.
Yeah. Exactly.
But then you have people like you and myself who I'm in the trenches every day.
Right.
So when I see people, I guess by the time people realize that something has happened, it's already happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like a delayed reaction. I'm like, one LRSD, where were y'all 4 years ago? When they changed the laws to allow this to happen. Like
we didn't care.
Or even 5 years ago when
well, I'm not gonna say that we didn't care. We weren't cognizant to the fact.
But those are the facts. So people, you was talking earlier about voting. You was talking earlier about voting. Your vote doesn't have power unless it requires power.
Wait. Say that again.
My vote doesn't have power unless it requires power. So if I'm not requiring power from myself when I present myself, it doesn't have power when I go vote. Because if you look at it politically, stuff get done by people who back people with money.
Whether you vote or not. Like what?
It gets done.
Come on.
It will get done.
So keep going because I keep going.
No, I'm saying so if you look at no, we're not going there tonight. Basically, the new tax laws.
Yeah.
The new tax laws. The person who probably support this president that we have right now the most are business owners. Because guess what he was before he became president? A business owner. So I bet he got a lot of gas and a lot of fuel from a lot of business owners. And guess what this new tax law has done for the past 4 or 5 years what it's done for the past 2 or 3 years for business owners. You got people like Amazon and Jeff Bezos not paying any income taxes.
When I saw an article that Amazon had made billions of dollars. Yeah. Listen to me closely, people.
With a B.
With a B. Billions of dollars in revenue. Huh? 0 paid in taxes. I said, damn it, they know something I don't.
Yeah, but the president did it too. So I mean, like, this is we got to take our feelings out of capitalism is a system.
It is.
That strategically knows how to make you buy things based on emotions.
Yep. Ethos.
Anytime you have a system that can control emotions, you're going to have a group of people who's going to make a lot of money.
Yep. That's capitalism, point blank.
Period.
I mean, that's really one of the 3 main reasons people buy things anyway.
It's based on emotions.
It's based on emotions.
So everything else don't matter. Let's look at some things tonight from a tax standpoint Because here's the thing, everyone. The system you live in is capitalism.
Yeah.
That's the economic system we live in, is when someone capitalizes on what you don't know. Those things can include any number of things, like this mouse right here.
Yeah.
Josh, you were alleged earlier to be like a computer geek. Like, you showed up, people thought you fixed computers.
Somebody said that I look like I fix computers.
So we know that you don't fix computers.
I don't fix.
So if you
Please
did,
don't call me thinking that.
so
I
you
can
ain't,
fix your
so
computer.
the internals of this mouse,
Yeah.
we know, and I don't know the internals either.
I just know it has a laser.
And you like the laser.
Yep.
So if you knew how to make this mouse, you would have then made the mouse, and you wouldn't have to go buy it.
I wouldn't.
Not for this total price,
Right,
but
right,
because you don't know how to
right.
make it, they charge you for what you don't know how to do.
Exactly.
That's how capitalism is.
Exactly.
So because we live in that environment, also in a capitalistic environment, you pay what's called taxes.
Taxes.
So I really want y'all to understand this. If you are a person, let's take it from a personal standpoint, we're going to expand into the government. If you are a person, and how as a person can you live and produce what's called income? How can you produce income?
Well, it sounds
As a person, how do you produce income?
You have to have a job
You have to have a job or a business
or business
or some way to produce income.
some type of revenue
Okay,
stream
let's compare it to the government. How can the government produce income?
by taxing you.
But the government, one of the government's income cash flow, one of its cash flow.
Verbiage. I love the verbiage.
Yeah, one of its cash flows
Yeah.
are taxes.
Taxes.
Taxes and Social Security. We'll get to that later, but they all based around taxes.
Taxes. Yeah.
That's that's how the government cash flows, through taxation of the people. So you have different kind of taxes. You have Social Security tax. You have a Medicare tax. You have that's FICA. I just named FICA for y'all. Then you have Medicare tax again. You have Medicare Part A and Part B.
A and B.
And then next you have two taxes you can control: your state and your federal. And those both are income taxes.
Now, y'all know I'm the revolutionary, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone, right? Per the Constitution of the United States.
here we
Come
Josh.
on now.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Keep going.
Per the United States Constitution, wages cannot be taxed by the government. Wait a minute.
Now we get into where we got to, we got to go back and do some history.
All right, so let's talk about the history of taxes.
So when taxes were started, it was back early in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Is when the income tax
The
started.
income tax, yeah.
We don't have a lot of time left, so we're gonna save another episode to go over like the details of the history.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
then we get into like dates, and we know got people out there who want to make sure we stay on task and not,
Deviate,
say anything that's not true.
Right. We got the fact finders.
But when income taxes
And
started,
we love y'all.
Yeah, I love them too.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Keep
correct
us,
me.
Yeah,
Correct me.
Keep us on our toes.
So early 1900s,
yeah.
had income taxes, and the IRS was created, and the IRS hasn't always been around people.
Side note: the IRS isn't the government.
Well, it's connected to it. Now the Federal Reserve isn't the government.
No, wait. The IRS is just a corporation, huh? Oh, come on, let's talk about it. It's just a corporation, huh? It's no different. Y'all gonna hate me, but y'all gonna love me. It's no different than you going to your Secretary of State saying, "Hey, I want to start X business."
Sorry, I lied. It was actually 1862 is when it began.
We'll give you those 50.
I was
years,
just in
guy.
19, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you those 50.
Yeah.
But it's no different than you going to your Secretary of State, starting whatever corporation. Of course, it'll be in the financial industry. But that's all.
Yeah, it's up in the United States Treasury.
So
It's a video we can post.
yeah. That's what we'll do.
Because it's a video that taught me about the IRS and how the IRS works with the Federal Reserve and how those two things work hand in hand.
They're not one and the same, but
they
there's
connect.
a partnership.
Yeah, it is. It's there.
There's a partnership.
Yeah, because it's housed up in the Department of Treasury.
Right.
So they, you know what I'm saying? Like the IRS and the Federal, they all there.
Right, they're there.
So, okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
So So back then they created the income tax, and the income tax is where they started taxing your income, and they pretty much have been doing that for a very, very long time now.
At least 200 years, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, they've been taxing, and so you have personal taxes.
Yeah,
that you have to pay every year. Everyone has to file a personal tax return. Even the president, Josh, has to file one.
I do.
Kevin has to file one.
He does.
You have to file one.
You do.
For the people out there who say, well, you don't technically have to file taxes, we will talk to you later because this is not that discussion. We're talking to the masses right now. Yeah. So, file taxes.
Ask Wesley Snipes if he got to file taxes.
Yeah.
Ask Lauryn Hill. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. just leaving it out there.
Yeah.
We're not against taxes because you have to file them. If not, you're gonna go to prison.
Right. Like,
So I'm not out here I'm out here teaching you
we're
like
not
legal
telling you
ways
not to file
legal
your
ways
taxes.
that you can really save money on taxes, just like people that make a lot of money do.
Yeah.
They've been doing it.
Yeah.
Strategies Amazon been using.
Jeff
but
Bezos, like,
you can use it for your personal taxes too. You just have to know how to
works.
connect it and make all that stuff work. Exactly. All right. So some changes this year with the taxes because Donald Trump changed the taxes to benefit business owners more than the personal people. So the tax rate changed. And the tax rates actually dropped this year. So it went from 39% to 37% for the tax brackets.
yeah. Okay.
And then it goes down from there based on how much money you earn. So you got to look at your income, and then you have to look at your the tax bracket you fall in.
So basically, somebody making $30,000 a year isn't going to pay the same tax percentage that somebody making
9,000 or 90,000
or 90,000.
Yeah, it's a scale.
Yeah,
so it's a scale.
yeah.
So you do have different. They did keep the tax brackets, but they did. I think they not lowered them, but they you don't have as many anymore. Mm-hmm. Did he expand it? Either one. Tax brackets changed a little bit. So be on the lookout for that. Your tax bracket probably changed. Next thing is they took away personal exemptions. So what a personal exemption is, all that is in the past for every person living in your household that you file taxes, you got $4,025 or $50, $4,050 as a deduction,
Right.
in addition to the standard deduction. But the personal exemptions are gone now, so you just get the standard. So for a single
hurt.
filer, well, it
That hurt.
kind of made up for it for people who's single. If you're a single filer,
Oh yeah. If
You-
you have no dependents.
yeah, you got an increase in your deduction of like $2,000. So you
Yeah.
went from having a $6,000 deduction to having a $12,000 deduction.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, that works for you.
for a head of household, which that's where I feel like some people got screwed at,
Yeah.
because you have a lot of single mothers
Yeah.
who probably had two. When you have 3 children, you're a single mother. That deduction you was getting for those, the personal exemption you was getting for those children,
Yeah.
can sometimes be more than the standard now.
Oh,
the standard
yeah.
now for a
Yeah,
head of
yeah.
household is $18,000.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's
Okay, that makes
18,000
sense.
and some change. So that's the standard now. And then for married filing joint, it's $24,000. So it doubled. Everything doubled, essentially. But you lost the personal exemption, and that's still the same thing. Now, for all the people in the past who used to have a lot of deductions, let's say, for instance, you work from home. Most of those went away. So if you work for an employer, you used to file on your schedule A. Most of those things went away. Like those are gone now. He gutted that. Yeah, it's hurtful. Like,
It hurts.
but the thing is, if you have a business, you still kept all of them. Matter of fact, you got more.
You actually got more.
So it helped a little bit. Now, personal exemptions and healthcare mandate. Healthcare mandate was still there. They are working on gutting that too.
Man, I heard we're getting ready for another election, and what a presidential election, and what some of these candidates are proposing for is. I'm gonna probably move, y'all. I'm gonna probably move. Like, if some of this stuff go through. And I know we have checks and balances, and with the House and with but historically though, they really haven't looked out for the little guy. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
tough.
It's real out here.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you don't realize how real it is until you really get in a situation.
Yeah, until
to
you waist
where-
deep in it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Till you get too far in.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's too late, just like you said.